2.7 derivatives, okay, and later we'll talk about the rate of change, okay. So the definition of the derivative, we just watched the video, okay. Derivative of function f at the number a denoted by what? F prime of a is like this, okay. So if we draw the picture, we draw it again, okay. You will see that, say for example, this is a graph, y equals f of x, okay. And then at a number a, okay, so this is number a, okay. Well, this is the same thing, the same x in the video, okay. In the video this says x, okay. Well, here we're using the number a, okay. Alright, so the derivative of function f at this number a, which is denoted by f prime at a, or of a, okay, is defined by this, okay. And then what is the geometric meaning of f prime of a? What is it? What is geometric meaning? It is actually represent what? The slope of the tangent line which tangent to what point? This point a, f of a, okay. Yeah, so f of a is what? Is the slope of the tangent line. Okay, which is tangent to the function y equals f of x at where? This point a, f of a. Okay. Yeah, we talk about slope of the line, slope of the line at this point, okay, we're at when x equals a, give us what? F prime of a, which is a derivative. This is the idea for derivative, okay? So later they're asking you, what is derivative? Slope of a line, okay, slope of a line, okay? Alright, so this is our definition, okay? And then we're going to use definition to do calculations, okay, Find f prime of a. It doesn't give us the specific value for a, but we know it's going to be when x equals a, okay, so it is this, okay, f prime of a, okay, is the slope of the tangent line, okay, this tangent line, okay. So find f prime of a if f of x is given by this. So how to compute f of a? Remember this definition, right? So in order to compute f prime of a, we're going to use what? The formula. You can put this formula on your formula sheet. Yes, you can, okay? So f prime of a is defined by the limit, okay, when h approaches to 0, okay, f of what? A plus h, okay? Yeah, f of a plus h minus what? F of a divided by h. Okay, so let's plug in this, okay. What is f of a plus h? Replace every x by what? A plus h in this function f, okay. So we'll have a 3 minus 2 times by a plus h plus 4 times by a plus h what? Square. This is what? F of a plus h. Guys, do you see that? And then minus f of a, okay. F of a, replace x by what? A. So we should have a 3 minus 2a plus what? 4a square. Okay, so that's going to be 3 minus 2a plus what? 4a square. Parenthesis. And then divide by what? H. Okay, so we're going to simplify this thing. Okay, we're going to simplify that. Okay, careful. Okay, when we do the calculation. Really, when h approaches to 0, on the top, what do we have? Careful, okay? Let's expand to be 3 minus what? 2a minus what? 2h. And then here, okay, it's going to be 4 times by complete square formula, right? A plus h squared give us what? A squared plus 2ah plus h squared, okay? And then minus this, okay? So distribute the net 1 to each term inside of the parentheses, give us negative 3 plus 2a minus 4a squared, okay, and then divide by what? H, okay, so equals limit h approaches to 0, alright, and then so let's see how can we simplify this whole thing, okay? Can we start to simplify something, combine some like terms? Negative 2a, positive 2a, what? Gone, okay? And then we don't have, we have a 3 minus 3, right? Gone, okay? And then here, we're going to distribute 4 and see what we will have, okay? Distribute 4, so give us, so we still have to copy negative 2h, and then plus 4a squared plus what? 8ah plus 4h squared minus 4a squared divided by what? H. Okay. 4a squared negative a squared gone. Okay. Now on the top we have a negative 2h plus 8ah plus 4h squared divided by h. Every term from the top have a common factor h, so I factor the h out. Okay. H approaches to 0. On the top we factor h out. It gives us what? Negative 2 plus what? 8a and plus what? 4h divided by what? H. Okay. Both top and bottom have h. Can we cancel h out? Yes. Why? Because when h approaches 0, that means h does not equal 0. So yes, we may cancel out this h. Okay. So okay. So also when h approaches 0, it will not affect a negative 2, it will not affect 8a, but it will affect 4h, right? So when h approaches 0, 4h also approaches to where? 0. So the answer is going to be negative 2 plus what? 8a. Okay? So that means, the derivative of this function f, x, when x equals a, will equals what? Negative 2 plus what? 8a. Alright, so I really need you guys to practice this type of problem, okay, by using definition to find a derivative, okay, use definition to find derivative. This is just one example. If we have time, in class, okay, actual time in class, I will assign you some question to do, okay, so just practice this, okay, Grant?
When exam 2 rolls around, will we have that definition or do we have to memorize it?
You can write it on your formula sheet. Just now, I told you, write this down on your formula sheet. Okay, yeah, because I need you to know how to calculate it, but if you cannot memorize it, fine, write it down on your formula sheet. Okay, so this is a definition for the derivative. Okay, well actually on the next page, okay, this is what section 2.8, the derivative as a function. Okay, so see, this is a so-called definition 2. Okay, definition 2, f prime of x. Okay, it's defined by limit f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h when h approaches 0. What's the difference between this formula and this formula? They are the same thing, okay? This one is, okay, we compute the derivative at when x equals a. But this definition 2 is what? It's more in general, okay? It's more in general. So you can just write down one formula, okay? This is a more general one, okay? F prime of x, okay? The previous one is, after we find this derivative, we have to replace x by what? A, okay? Or when you do the calculation, if we compute f prime of a, you just do f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h, just like what we did. But this definition and then this definition, they are the same thing, okay? They're the same thing, okay? Alright, so this is definition, okay, very basic definition for derivative, okay? And then we are going to look at this remark. This is also important. There are so many important stuff in these two sections, okay? I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this remark for us. Who wants to read? Dakota?
Sure. The tangent line to y equals f of x at a f of a is a line through a f of a. Slope is equal to the derivative of f in respect to a. The equation of tangent line is y minus f of a equals the derivative of f to a in respect to a times x minus a.
Okay, very good, thanks, okay? So we're talking about writing down the equation of the tangent line, okay? Well, before we look at this, okay, we're going to review a little bit, okay? Review a little bit, okay? Well, see the example, this is a curve, okay, graph y equals f of x, okay, and then on the function there is a point says this point has coordinate what, a and b, so for example a and b, okay. Also we know what, we know the slope of this tangent line is going to be what, f prime of a, okay. Do you remember how can we write down a tangent line tangent to a curve at this given point a and b, okay? A and b are given, okay? This coordinate, the point coordinate of this point is given, okay? We know one point on our tangent line. Also, we know the slope of the tangent line. Do you know how to write down the equation of the tangent line? It is going to be what? Y minus what? The y coordinate from the given point equals what? Slope of the line times by what? Parenthesis x minus what? The x coordinate of the given point. Remember, this is called what? Point slope form. Remember this? Okay? Point slope form. We learned this in Math 136. Okay? Yeah. So if we have a given curve, y equals f of x, okay? It has a point a and b which is given, the coordinates are given, okay? We want to find the equation of the tangent line to this curve, okay, at this given point a and b, okay? How to write down the form, okay, equation. It is going to be like this, okay? If we know one point on the line and the slope of the line, okay, we can use a point slope form to write down the equation of the tangent line. Do you still remember this or no? No? Okay? If not, okay, consider this is something new for us, okay? Something new for us, okay? One point of the line, slope of the line, we can write down the equation, okay? All right, let's come back. Have you already copied this? Yeah, this is a slope, okay? Slope of the line, okay? This is a given pair of what? Yeah, this is a pair of coordinates for the given point on the line, okay? So now let's come back to our formula, okay? Now we're having what? This is a curve y equals f of x. This given point has coordinate a, f of a, okay? So x coordinate is a, y coordinate is f of a. See, this point is on the line, okay? Straight line, or our tangent line. The slope of the line is what? F prime of a, okay? With a point and the slope. Okay, so how to write down the equation of this tangent line? How? Y minus y coordinate of the point. What is the y coordinate of the point? F of a, okay, equals what? Slope of the line times by what? X minus the x coordinate of the given point. Do you see that? Okay, so this formula, you can also write it down on your formula sheet, okay? Equation of the tangent line, okay? All right, now this type of problem. I will definitely give you one problem, one or two, I don't know, okay? You will see this type of problem show in your exam too, okay? So be prepared, okay? Find an equation of a tangent line to the curve at the given point. What is the given point? 1, 1, okay? So this first one is our a value, and then the second one is what? Our y value, or f of a, okay? So f of a is given, which is 1. A is given, which is what? 1. Okay, so we know the given point on the line, right? So 1, 1 is on it, okay? So how to write down the equation of the tangent line? We only need to find what? Slope of the line, okay? How to find the slope of the line? So far, we don't know how to use formulas, okay? Later in chapter 3, you'll see, okay? In order to find the derivative, we don't have to use a definition. But so far, what we learned is what? In order to compute the derivative, we have to use this definition, okay? So let's use a definition to compute f prime of what? A, what is a value, which is 1. Which will be the slope of the line, okay? So f prime of 1 will equals, what is the definition for the derivative? Limit when h approaches 0, okay? It is going to be f of 1 plus h minus f of what? 1 divided by h, right? So f of 1 plus h minus what? F of 1 divided by h, okay? Let's look at, okay, what is f of 1 plus h? Square root of x, right? So square root of what? 1 plus h minus f of 1. Square root of 1, right? What is square root of 1? 1. Or you can write square root of 1 either way, okay? And then divide by what? H. So that means in order to find this derivative, we need to compute this limit, right? So let's check on the limit. When h approaches 0, 1 plus 0, 1, square root of 1 is 1, 1 minus 1, so the entire top part goes to what? 0. How about on the bottom? So we have a 0 over 0. Can we say we're not able to solve for it? No, let's give it a try, okay? Let's give it a try. Yeah, you're right. Very good, okay? Yeah. Yeah, square root. Yeah, good idea, okay? So what is the conjugate of square root of 1 plus h minus 1? Yes. So we multiply from both top and bottom by what? The conjugate of the top, which is square root of 1 plus h plus 1, okay? So h is still the original bottom, okay? Multiply h by what? Square root of 1 plus h plus 1. You're right. H approaches to 0, okay? A pair of conjugate multiplied by each other. Or remember we learned this last time, a minus b times a plus b, which is, give us what? A squared minus b squared, right? So a minus b times a plus b will have what? A squared minus what? B squared, right? So what is the a squared? Let me see, write it down. This is a squared minus b squared. On the bottom we have h times by what? Square root of 1 plus h plus 1. Okay, so let's see what we have on the top. Square root of square. Square root is gone, right? 1 plus h. Minus what? 1. Okay, so these two cancel out. And on the bottom we have what? H times by parentheses square root of 1 plus h plus 1. Guys, do you see that? Alright, h divided by h times by that. When h approaches 0, can we cancel out this h? Yes or no? Yes, we do. Okay, so 1 over 1. And now when h approaches 0, what do we have on the bottom? We have a 1 on the top. Square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 gives us what? 2. So the slope of the line actually equals what? 1/2. Do you see that? Okay. So f prime of 1 equals what? 1/2. Everybody? Do you see that? Okay, but we're not done yet. We need to find the equation of this tangent line. How? Use a point slope form. Okay, so the equation of the tangent line is going to be what? Y minus what? The y coordinate, right, which is 1, equals slope of the line, what is that? 1/2 times by what? X minus what? A, what is A? The x coordinate of the point, what is it? Still 1, right? This 1. Right? So tangent line looks like this. Y minus y equals 1/2 times x minus 1. But this is not the most simplified form, right? So we have to simplify it a little bit. Okay, so how? On the right side, we should have a 1/2 x minus 1/2, right? And plus 1 from both sides. So eventually, we should get y equals what? 1/2 x, right? Minus 1/2 plus 1, right? So, positive 1/2. Final answer is this. Everyone? Yeah. This is a point slope form. Yeah, but this is slope intercept form, okay? This one is point slope, and eventually we'll change it to be slope intercept form. You're right. Everybody clear about this question? Okay, I might give you some practice question in class about this type, okay? And I told you very clearly, okay, this is also recorded, okay? I will give you this type of problem in your exam, okay? So you have to know, you have to find what? The slope of the equation, okay, yeah, slope of the line, and also what? Write down the equation of the tangent line by using the formula, okay? All right, so this is about this, okay? So far we have learned what? Definition to compute a derivative, okay? And what is the geometric meaning of a slope, of a derivative, okay, which is a slope, okay? And also we have learned what? Equation of the tangent line, okay? So that's we have learned so far, okay? And then I'm gonna pause a little bit